Hey, I want to talk to you today about when you should stop keeping bees. When you need to stop, quit, give it up, don't do it anymore. I sat down and I thought that'd be a good beekeeping video to make, when you should stop it. Just because you lose some colonies, I don't think that's a reason to stop. Just because maybe you are feeling a lack of confidence that you don't know enough, I don't think that's the reason to stop keeping bees. The main reason you should stop keeping bees is for safety reasons. For example, if you have developed an anaphylactic shock, and so by being stung could kill you and or make you gravely ill, then you really need to stop keeping bees. Bees are going to get along fine without you helping them. They'll get by, okay? So don't put your life on the line and take great risks to keep bees. I know some of you have anaphylactic shock, and by the way, if you don't know what that means, anaphylactic shock is when you get stung by a honeybee, and you have the same reaction as other people that have severe allergies toward peanut butter. What happens is a systemic reaction through your body, and so you can have decreased blood pressure, and you can have trouble breathing, you can have trouble with just feeling like you're going to pass out, and you can actually die from an anaphylactic shock. So don't keep bees if that is your issue. Now, I do know a lot of you have anaphylactic shock. You have an anaphylactic situation when you're stung by honeybees, and yet you still keep bees. Hats off to you. I'm not criticizing you for doing that. That's your dealio if you want to do that. It's really risky, and I'm sure you're taking the necessary precautions like, whole suit, gloves, EpiPens and all that. And I'm not going to talk about that. If that's your thing, then that's your thing, right? But if it was my thing, I would have to give up keeping bees if one bee sting could kill me. So if it's a safety issue, you need to stop keeping bees. And if I'm the one that needs to say that to you, then I'm going to just say, hey, if you could die from keeping bees, stop keeping bees. It's not really worth it. Now, there's other reasons that you might want to stop keeping bees also. Other than you being affected by the safety issue, it could also be that you might be affecting the safety of others. If you live in a neighborhood that's backs right up to a huge playground, and your bees are swarming onto all those little children over there, and they're running around like some scene out of Hollywood movie, bees attacking people and all, I don't know if I feel comfortable keeping bees anymore, especially not in that location. You can always move them somewhere else, right? But if you have no choice, your bees are bothering the neighbors and stinging neighbors animals, and everybody's having board meetings, and homeowners association is always talking about you and your bees and all. I think it's time to stop. Just give it up or move out in the country. Just get into a place where your bees won't affect anybody. I live here, and where I live, the closest house is at least a half a mile away. And so, my bees go crazy here. It just affects me and my family and anybody visiting. But if you're really close to other people and your bees are posing a safety concern, hey, it's time to stop beekeeping. Those are the two main reasons I think you should stop beekeeping. Mainly just safety issues, health concerns. I think we could drill down a little bit deeper, and it's really not my place to say this. So I'll just say it this way. If keeping bees was depleting my financial resources, where it was hurting my family, it was depriving me of the ability to pay my bills because I had to buy a new hive, and I can't buy food or stuff. I shouldn't have to say that, but if it's affecting you financially to the point where you're taking great losses and don't have that much money to throw away, I mean, hey, maybe it's time to give that up, right? It's kind of like Bitcoin. If you think about Bitcoin, oh my gosh, Bitcoin is insane if you stop and think about, had you bought a Bitcoin, when did they come out, 2010 or 11? And what were they, $1, $5? I can't remember, but there was nothing. They cost nothing. Oh my gosh. Now, not that many years later, a Bitcoin is worth, I think last night it was worth $60,000. And They're not the crazy thing that you think they might be, like, well, where can you spend them, or what are they worth? How do you cash them? All that's been clarified, and it's really impressive. Bitcoin is an impressive, volatile thing. I say that in context to beekeeping because, you know, if you're throwing money away at beekeeping and you're depriving your family of resources of food and such that you need, I think it's time to give up beekeeping. But if you have money to throw at something like Bitcoin because it's real volatile, it could really make you a lot of money or it could really make you lose a lot of money, put beekeeping in that category. Beekeeping can make you some money, not a lot, but it can make you some money. Beekeeping usually causes you to lose a lot of money. You know, it really does. I would say if I were to break it down over all my years of working bees and trying to make a living with bees, there's a lot better ways to make a living than off of honeybees. Wow, it's a rough road to hoe. But it's one of those things that you might want to give it up if you keep losing money and you can't afford to lose that money. And a final reason why you may want to stop keeping bees, and that is if it's not enjoyable and it's disturbing your personality, your existence, your happiness. If it's not bringing you, you know, some joy in keeping bees anymore, I don't know, maybe you just need to say, I'm done. It's too stressful. I mean, don't use beekeeping as a way of being so stressed out about it that you're miserable. You know, it's got to be fun. You've got to enjoy it. Either change your perspective of beekeeping and what it means to keep bees and how you can have a lot of fun, or you need to stop it, okay? I'm making another video, by the way, about when you should not stop beekeeping. So a lot of you might be saying, oh, I like what he said here. This gives me a reason to stop. I may want to get out of it because sometimes I am frustrated, but well, my next video is going to be when you should not stop keeping bees. Well, thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful. Give me a thumbs up. Keep tuned to all the beekeeping videos I'm making because I love you guys. I'm working hard for you to help you be a better beekeeper. And I'm going to focus more on helping you learn to really enjoy it and not be so stressed out and about beekeeping. It should be something you enjoy. I'll see you next time.